Alright, next up on the video chopping block, a video that I've recently actually been wanting to make, just because of the concept. Just people on the internet make me mad, as usual. Um, this concept that a movie has to be rated a 10 or a 9 or anything below a 9 is apparently means the movie's atrocious. This concept annoys me because there's a lot of people who give out tens left and right, and while maybe to them that's a 10, it's a 10 movie. Their definition of what makes it to a 10 may be different from mine, but in my at least in my opinion, there are very few films that are a 10 out of 10, even if I give them 5 stars or an A plus. To me, it's in that gray area where it's like, yeah, it's an A plus, but it's not 100%. It's not a 10 out of 10. I can't even think of how many actual 10 out of 10s I've given in my life. Man of Steel I've given a 10 out of 10. I mean, I'm not going to even talk about that right now, but Man of Steel I've given a 10 out of 10. Whiplash is a 10 out of 10 movie for me. And I mean, off the top of my head, that's really all I can think of, is because it's hard for a movie to be a 10 out of 10. It's not something that happens very often. Now, your enjoyment may be a 10 out of 10. That's fine. Also, maybe a movie is a 10 out of 10 for you. That's also your opinion. But to me, um, a 10 out of 10 film is a movie that is perfect. A movie that, at least in my eyes, is perfect. I don't think there's any such thing as a film that's perfect. But a movie that in my eyes is perfect. A movie that I love and adore and have watched countless times and have never gotten tired of. And, the things that, a film that to me breaks the mold or does something for me that is great, amazing, spectacular. Um, but, just because it's not that does not make the film a bad movie. A perfect example, Suicide Squad. I gave it an 8. That doesn't mean I don't like the movie. Actually, it means I do like the movie. An 8 out of 10 for me is great. You got the cutoff line when you really want to get down to brass tacks about it. At least in the way that I rate films, a 5 is the mediocre line. Below that, you start getting into bad. But like a 6, it's fine. 7, yeah, I liked it. 8, it's great. No, seven's more like it's good. 8 is great. It rhymes. 8 is great. That's how I know 8 is great. 9 is awesome. 10, perfect. That's the way it works for me. Now, when you get down to it's like 5 is mediocre, 4 is just painfully below average. 3 is wow. 2 is what the hell were they thinking? 1 was complete and utter trash. And then there's this. I've never seen a movie that's a 0. I don't even think I've ever seen a movie that's a 1 or a 2. But no, that is completely a lie. Silent Hill Revelations, fucking garbage. But that's the way ratings for me works, and the concept that if it's below a 10 means the person didn't like the movie. It's not a thing. This isn't something I'm as mad about as my previous video. To me it doesn't make sense because 10 shouldn't be something you give out all the time. It'd be like being serious about the film itself being the quality of a 10. There are movies that I have a 10 out of 10 enjoyment factor for. That's a different thing for me though. I have a 10 out of 10 enjoyment factor for The Losers. I have a 10 out of 10 enjoyment factor for Independence Day. There are movies that I enjoy that are 10 out of 10 for enjoyment. It's more with like entertainment value for me. But there's very few movies I've given a 10 out of 10 quality wise for me. And like I said, 2 out of the top of my head, Whiplash and Man of Steel. Lawless is damn close to that for me, but the the concept that below a 10 is bad is crazy to me. Because there's a reason why there's a 10 number rating system. There's a reason why there's a multiple grade rating system. It's not just an A plus and an F. It's an A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, on and on and on. There's a reason why there's different tiers. Is because there's different. You feel differently about a movie. It's not just you love it or you hate it. There's a gray area. It's not black and white, and a lot of people make it black and white, and that kind of annoys me. But not on the level of the other stuff that the other stuff that I talked about tonight. It's just you gotta learn to not just if you don't love a movie, that doesn't mean that's a bad movie. If you don't love a movie, it still can be good. It's just like it's not on the level. That's it. It, I mean, I don't know what else really to say about that because it's just like, I mean, it's all personal opinion, I guess, but honestly, that notion is crazy to me. So I just want to talk about like that kind of stuff. I mean, I've used multiple different grading systems over the years, and I like the one that I use now. I've been using the letter grade, and for my Suicide Squad review, I don't know why I just did it. 10 an out of 10 rating, but I guess that I was too used to writing letterbox reviews or something. But yeah, it's I like my rating system now, and it's simple for me. I think just because there's so many tiers that I can just say, Suicide Squad's an 8. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. Well, it's great. But it has problems, and that's why it's not a 9 or a 10. It has problems. And a movie I think is superb. It usually winds up around a 9 or a 9.5. Again, like I said a couple times in this video already, 10s are rare for me, just because perfection is very hard to find in anything in life. So I think you got to be realistic with your reviews sometimes, but I mean that's all I have to say. I mean that's something that I've been trying. I just want to talk about sometimes. It's just like I see it all the time on the internet, on Facebook especially, and in comics comment sections on YouTube. It happens with video games too. Holy shit! If the game doesn't have a 10 out of 10 from IGN, it's got to be trash. But it's something that I don't understand. We live in a 10 culture where if it's not a 10, then it's a 0, and I don't like that. So I just want to get that off my chest. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. My voice is cracking all over the place. I sound like I'm 16 years old. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. If you have anything to add to this conversation, please put it down in the comments below. And stay nerdy, guys.